when the gateway is open, the secrets of Agartha will be revealed. Please, I beg you, free me from Agartha.
I met a strange lady, she made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. She said, do you come from a land down under, where women glow and men wonder? Can't you hear the thunder?
Alright Peter, what on earth is this Agartha nonsense you've been going on about? Is it some sort of underground theme park or a cult for weirdos?
Alrighty, Agartha, a mystical world or possibly a real place. Well, my fellow Agarthans, Agartha, for me, has been speaking to me recently. It's been speaking to me these past couple of years.
Agartha.
I had this idea where I wanted to make Agartha. It's been speaking to me since I was 13 and Origins, the Zombies map, came out on Black Ops 2. Now, it's time to sit back, relax, and crack open a Hyperborean Viking berry. I'm just gonna fucking cut this.
Keep that in.
If you played Origins or any versions of Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3, you've probably done the Easter egg or portions of them for the map. But throughout every game, you can hear it.
You can open the gateway to Agartha. The gateway to Agartha will open.
You can hear Samantha, the little girl, telling you about Agartha and how she's trapped. Now, besides zombies, what is Agartha? Agartha is a legendary kingdom or city far below the earth, and sometimes has a king of the world.
You're the king! I'm the king!
Agartha is mentioned throughout human history a few times, in some religious countries like India, and a few stories in Europe. A writer and occultist named John Michael Greer said that Agartha was a rich legend pulled out of the mixtures of Victorian anthropology and the occult politics. The first man that wrote about Agartha was a Frenchman named Louis-Jacques Colliot. The book was called Les Fils de Dieu, which means Sons of God, and was made in 1873, and it conceptualizes that as Gartha, another name for Agartha, was India's ancient capital city from 5000 BC that sadly was destroyed. He said it was ruled by the Brahma Atma, who were manifestations of God and chief priest. He later also threw in mentions of Asgarth, which is an alternative spelling to Asgard, like from the Marvel movies or the Norse myth. Louis went then and published Les Fils de Dieu in France, which became very popular. Funny enough, in 1886, another French occultist who goes by Alexander Saint-Yves de la Vendée wrote Mission des Indes in Europe, which discusses Agartha and how he mastered astral travel. And he describes seeing Agartha with millions of inhabitants under a single ruler who has magical powers compared to Lewis's book, who said there is no one and it was destroyed. Alexander's story grew to become the most popular book than Lewis's book, with the exact influence from one another still being unknown. And then in 1922, a book called Beast, Man, and Gods was published by Polish explorer Ferdynand Ossendowski, who related a story that was imparted to him concerning an underground kingdom inside of Earth. And this kingdom is known as a Buddhist society called Agartha. So the reason I explain all this is because 3 different men in a span of 49 years all wrote 3 different books about Agartha with little to no influence about the other. Even between these 3 books, Agartha pops up here and there like Pennywise from It. There are some theosophy and derived groups that share belief in a grand lodge of Agartha. A group like that existed in real life too, called the Order of the Solar Temple. Notoriously, the Solar Temple members committed mass murder-suicide throughout the 1990s. Another Agartha occurrence was many publications of Shambhala and Agartha cities within the earth written by Dwight York. Dwight's book contains the belief that Agartha and occult thought that Agartha and Shambhala are 2 rival powers, one being the right hand and one being the left hand. Is it possible Dwight, who's literally a known criminal, talking about a king and his chief priests like the other books say with Brahma and his disciples? Who knows? But another interesting fact is that 3 years after the publication of Lewis's book, an out-of-nowhere piece of literature called Ghostland, or Researches into the Mysterious Occultism, was published by someone anonymous, talking about Agartha. But where is it? Where is Agartha if all these people wrote about it? It must exist, right? Well, Agartha, according to the mythos, has multiple entrances. 1, or I guess 2, would be both the poles, the North Pole and the South Pole. Let's look at this map real quick. Right here you can see both the entrances for the poles, but other locations could be the Kentucky Mammoth Caves and its 400 miles of tunnels, or the Pyramids of Giza. Who knows what's under that? But there are many other possible locations, and if you're not fully believing in Agartha with me, thinking that there's no way a place like this inside of Earth could exist? Check this out. Hang Son Doong, the world's largest cave located in Vietnam. It's so damn big that you can fit an entire skyscraper inside of it. It even has its own climate and river and jungle. This cave is 3 miles long and 656 feet tall, with as much space as 492 feet. This cave is absolutely massive, like something straight out of Minecraft. And if something like this exists, I wonder. If you're still not believing me, even though seeing is believing, what about multiple accounts of people from around the world sharing their own Agartha stories?
I am 44 and live in New York, the Bronx to be exact. I'm West Indian, grew up the Nietzsche Projects. My family originally came from St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Island. Can you believe I heard and was taught about Agartha when I was in 8th grade? From my friend's father, who came from Pakistan in the In the mid to late 90s, he told me stories of what he used to call the people of the underground city. He said there was a huge stone covering a cave near his village close to Yemen that him and the rest of the villagers prayed to. He said his ancestors migrated from the caves thousands of years ago, and they were giants. As a kid from the hood, I thought they were stories he used. I just thought they were stories he used to tell us just to keep us off of the streets. Joining gangs was a big thing in New York in the 90s. My friend Mazan and I just thought he was being weird, and we listened to him anyways, out of respect for his dad. You're the first person to speak of Agartha since my teenage years. Thank you for letting me know I'm not crazy. I've told friends and family about the story of Agartha through my life, and none of them ever believed me. I'm going to share this with them ASAP. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jesus, dude, this guy wrote a book.
This video made me want to drop everything and dedicate my life to uncovering esoteric secrets. The video that he's talking about is it's this one right here. Yeah. Anyways,
Now saying Agartha today is considered a racist joke and a Nazi joke, lol.
underground the flat earth, these lizard people, don't they drink adrenochrome? Besides eyewitnesses' accounts or stories or just their dumb comments, here's more proof. Proof of things happening to people who were looking for Agartha.
Nie ma nic. Pusto. Nikogo. Widzieliście to? Mam. Nie ma nic.
Matt? Oh, I told you he's sick, he needed to take a breather. Matt? Following us? I swear behind me 5 seconds ago when he was there.
You need to stop playing around, man.
Matt! Oh, he's freaking us out. Just go, take the right hand turn.
As you can see, these people caught horrifying things on camera while looking for Agartha. Will you go look for it? With all this information that I've given you in the past 10 minutes, do you think you can find Agartha? Is it a mystical place? Or is it real?